When God wanted to make David a king, he didn't give him a crown. He sent him Goliath. And when God wanted to raise up Joseph to the palace, he didn't give him a shortcut. He gave him prison. And when God wanted to make Esther a queen, he didn't give her a comfort. He gave her a crisis. And when God wanted to make Moses the leader, he didn't give him a stage. He gave him a wilderness. Do you see the pattern? But they all achieved their mission. They were all strengthened and built up, and they all came to depend on God and his promise, and all was accomplished. So many times when we feel that God is breaking us down, he's really building us up through the cross. So sometimes when you think God's knocking you down, he's really building us up. Let's discuss this. A lot of the times we get knocked down, we fall over, we stumble, we get held back, and we think God doesn't care. But look at all of those examples that I just showed you. That will show you that we serve a God that does care. That will show you that we serve a God that's compassionate. But not only that, he is all-knowing and all-seeing and omnipresent and everywhere. Just look around in nature, you see that he's everywhere. And that tells you that he's not going to make it easy for you. Let's think about it. Even myself, on this journey that I'm currently on, do you think God's just going to give me everything right now? No. This took a long time to get to. Even just this point here. I went through so much. My story is a little bit like Joseph. I went through so much just to get here, and that's how it works. God doesn't give it to you all at one time. But just because he doesn't give it to you at one time, it doesn't mean that you're not meant to have it. But what happens is we fall over, we stumble, we hit a hump in the road or a blockage in the road, and we stop. And we forget that the obstacle is the way. The actual obstacle or that thing that's actually in the road is actually the way. And we forget to keep going. God doesn't break you. He makes you. He builds you up. He will take you from the rubble and build you into something. But because we don't get it on our timing, because we don't get it on man's time, because we didn't get it at 15:24 on a Tuesday afternoon, we think that God doesn't care about us. No, it's the opposite. God really does care about us. But not only does he care about us, he wants to see us win. And the only way he can see us win is if he gives it to us slowly. Let's think about this. He can't give it to us all at one moment. And the reason he can't give it to us all at one moment is because we wouldn't know what to do with it. So he builds us slowly, bit by bit, just like doing a long puzzle. It's called life. And within that, there's going to be many ups and downs. Within that, there's going to be many stumbling blocks. Within that, there's going to be very many L's. Stay with me. And it is the L's and the losses that are building you up bit by bit, time by time, where every part of the puzzle is something to add. Every loss is an experience gained. Every lesson is a blessing. Pain is a lesson and a blessing. You learn from it. We know what happens if you touch the fire. But a lot of us don't even want to go through the fire. A lot of us are scared of the fire. And a lot of us forget the stories of the Bible that these people had to go through the fire to be made in the first place. Remember, we was made in his image, right? So if we was made in his image, we're already perfect. If we was made in his image, we already have everything we need. If we was made in his image, everything we need to achieve what we want to achieve is already inside of us. We just got to bring it out to life. And a part of that life is going through the fire, is going through the pains, is learning that delay doesn't mean derailment. Learning that delay is a form of winning. I like that one. Delay is a form of winning. Delay is a form of the blessings. Delay is a part of the process. But a lot of us get delayed and get dismayed within that. So we get delayed and then start saying things like, oh, God doesn't care about me. God doesn't love me. God put me in prison, so he's forsaken me. That's not the truth. That is not how it goes. So when thinking about life and the blessings of life, understand that delay will be a part of it. Delay will be a huge part of that. And being delayed doesn't mean you're being derailed. A lot of the time we think we're on a good path. I always see it. I work in prisons, right? And every time I hear someone's story, God clipped their wings right when they believed they were flying the highest. But you got to remember that our ceiling is beneath his feet. You got to remember that what we think is high is low for him. Remember, God will clip our wings when we think that we're flying the highest, put us in a place where we feel that we're broken and everything's going wrong. And that would allow us to see our faults, and he would then reveal himself to us. And from there, you can start actually working on your gift. Think about it. Every great man and woman has been through some form of trial and tribulation to get them to where they are today. And at the time they were probably going through the trial and tribulation, just like myself, you don't know what it's for. But then I started looking for the meaning within it. Like, why would I be put here? Why would I be going through this at this time in my life? Why do I feel like I'm being punished? I wasn't being punished, I was being blessed. You're not being punished, you're being blessed. And oftentimes we don't see the blessing because we only see what we feel with our five senses, what we can see, what we can hear, what we can touch. And that's not the case. Remember, when we're dealing with the spiritual realms, we're dealing with a metaphysical world. That is not of our five senses. That is not what we can see, touch, and smell. That's led by faith, not by sight. Are you with me? Hear me now. Hear me now. This is a deep one. When you fall, understand, and you feel broken, understand that you're not being broken on purpose. Understand that you are being broken for a purpose. There's a huge difference. There's a huge difference. Broken on purpose is deliberately breaking something in order for it to not work again. Broken for a purpose is breaking something for it to be rebuilt better. Did you hear what I said? Breaking something for it to be rebuilt better. You are being rebuilt better in your broken moment. And if you're going through a broken moment now, understand that it is literally to rebuild you as a better person. This is why they say he or she had a breakthrough. What that means is that they broke through after their trials and tribulations. What that means is they broke through after a period of severe difficulty. And if you're going through a period of severe difficulty now, understand that if you feel broken, you're broken for a reason. And just like glass on the floor, when it's shattered into a million pieces, it can be restored. It can be restored. It'll be tedious, it's gonna be long, it's gonna be a process. But guess what it's gonna instill in you? It's gonna give you resilience. It's gonna give you toughness. It's gonna give you the confidence to know that you can go through things and come out of it on the other side. Come on, hear me now. I don't do this for no reason. I do this because I know somebody out there needs to hear this message. I do this when I'm speaking to the camera. I'm speaking to the camera. I'm actually speaking to myself. I'm speaking to myself more because I need to hear this message too. And if you like the content that I'm pushing out, like and subscribe, guys, so we can continue to build a tribe, and I will continue to be coming with these messages. When you feel broken, don't feel like life's over. Feel like you're being built. Launch from that. A friend said it to me today on the phone. He said, once you give up, once you feel sorry for yourself, that's it. And it's the truth. Do you know why? Because the more of something we think, the more of that gets attracted to our lives. So if we think brokenness, we'll get more brokenness. If we think negativity, we'll get more negativity. If we think positive and solution-based, we'll get more positivity and we'll have more solutions. You're not being broken. You're being built. And you know how I know this? Because it happened to me. You okay?
Hello.
And you know I know this because it happened to me. I was in the darkest place. I was face down in the tunnel, in the valley of the shadow of death. And look at me now. So hear me now, because who don't hear must feel, and who does hear will heal. Positive is a new gangster, and you're not being broken, you're being built. See you in the next one.